He then says reflection. This actually does follow from the prior line. The adversary has lost and is now reflecting on the loss, presumably. But let's see what Ivan has to say about it. He says, look directly in the mirror and tell me what it is you fear. We are so close to a theme. We're so close. This is actually an interesting line in the context of this verse. You have an adversary, you have defeated this adversary, and they are now reflecting, and you're asking them to reflect by telling them to look in the mirror and think about what it is that they fear. The implication is that it is themselves. That's why they would do the deception or the aggression to begin with. That's why they would be the adversary to begin with, is that these are not genuine, honest, morally righteous people. They probably need to do a little bit of self-reflection. They probably don't like themselves, and they have some like self-reflection to do. Wouldn't this be an interesting theme? This idea that, like, you know, if you lose at a conflict, it doesn't need to be the end of your whole fate or whatever. It can just be like you actually can reflect on that loss and come out of it still being a decent person or a good person or something. There's something there, right? Just acknowledging your wrongdoings. That'd be great. Except he says, it's me. Tell me what it is you fear. It's me. And that's the end of the unique lyrics. So that's actually the it's me is the last line, the last unique lyric that we get in the song. And we're only halfway through the song, by the way. So it's like no self-reflection from the adversary's part, no introspection, no like theme of overcoming wrongdoings or, you know, recognizing what you know, your flaws or anything. You know, Ivan is just snatching defeat from the jaws of victory here. Like he had something and he's like, tell me what it is you fear. It's me. Because he just had to be the fucking super scary and intimidating dude. This is the closest he had to a theme on this song that we can actually discuss and talk about. And he just, again, you were right there, man. You were so close. We could have had it all. And nope. Not to mention, this is the fourth time. Oh, he then says, and that's why I blame you for feeling the way that I do. Let's listen to the way that he says it, because he changes the way he says it. So we got the fourth time that this has been said, and again, it doesn't make sense. Tell me what you fear. It's me, and that's why I blame you for feeling the way that I do. What the fuck does that even mean? I'm not even going to try to pick that apart. It's just stupid. They just copy and pasted the damn line, so it doesn't matter. The thing is, the way that he says this, and that's why I blame you for feeling the way that I do. It sounds like a fucking Sonic kid, like one of those kids who liked Sonic. You know, that's why I blame you for feeling the way that I do. It's just clunky. Honestly, it gives me like secondhand cringe when I hear it. It's so bad. Do not deliver lines like this, y'all. It is just terrible. I blame you for feeling the way that I do. Just, God, miserable. Anyway, okay, enough about that. So we get to the end of the unique lyrics, which is always kind of an interesting thing to, an interesting point to get to in the song, because that is the end of the story, essentially. Everything else, anything else that will happen in the song will be told through the music or lyrics that we've heard. So yeah, first off, there is no bridge lyrics. Which is pretty crap. So yeah, in summary, from the lyrical perspective, we end up with a very clunky, cliche, contradictory chorus full of words and phrases that have no relation to each other and actually actively undo each other and convolute any sort of potential meaning that the chorus could have. Then we get 2 verses that are very ambiguous, overly ambiguous, to the point of like being about nothing. I mean, even if I am being extremely charitable to these lyrics, I could say that they potentially hint at a story of, deception, which leads to defeating an adversity or adversary, and that adversary potentially reflects on how wrong they were to challenge Ivan Moody. I don't know. That's me being charitable with it.